Count two, possession of paraphernalia for use, a Class B non-person misdemeanor. Since a felony is involved, you will not be asked to plead at this time. Rather, a preliminary hearing scheduling will be made in this court. This court's next docket for that purpose would be March 10, 2025, 2:30 p.m. You must fully participate personally in that docket at that time. March 10, 2025, 2:30 p.m. This court generally does those by Zoom. Can you afford to hire a lawyer, Ms. Cooley?
No,
Why is that?
I don't have a job at this time.
We'll appoint a lawyer to represent
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Cooley.
Yes.
James Watts will be appointed.
Okay.
A recommendation regarding a bond here, Mr. Regier.
Your Honor, while the state does acknowledge that this is an alleged drug possession case, the state is recommending for a bond 10,000 cash or surety with all standard conditions, including no contact with illegal drugs. The state is further recommending GPS monitoring. Besides 8 prior failures to appear, most recently in January of 2024. This is a defendant who, within the approximately last 18 months, has had 9 separate Butler County cases. It is the state's understanding that those cases were either dismissed pursuant to plea agreements or proceeded sentencing, most recently in October of last year.
Julie, anything you want to?
Who are you?
Who am I?
No, I'm not talking to you, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, who are you?
Quanda Jenkins in person. Mr. Reagan, are you ready?
I'm ready, Your Honor. I think.
All right, DDC, we can go straight down the list.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Jenkins, step up, please. State your name, ma'am.
Quanda Jenkins.
All right, this is case number 240-4622-401. Police of Michigan versus Quanda Jenkins. Appearances, please.
Good afternoon, Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people.
Your Honor, good afternoon. May it please the court. Philip Reagan, P57156 on behalf of Ms. Quanda Jenkins. We waive the formal reading stand mute. She's been advised of her rights, Judge.
Not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Jenkins. My recommendation from the people.
Your Honor, this occurred back in April of 23. I do not see any other OWI cases, but what is alarming is her breath results, which were a 25 and a 26. So for that reason, Your Honor, I'm asking for a $20,000 personal bond, and I'd ask the court to consider an alcohol tether. Although it is old, we're talking almost 2 years old, so that's why I'm asking you to leave it in your discretion.
Mr. Reagan.
Judge, Ms. Claus, right, it's gonna be 2 years old in another couple months. So, I'm asking for the personal she did. I don't think a tether's necessary. The last couple of years, I don't see anything that's even remotely close to this, Judge, to this. So I am asking for the personal bond. She walked in today, and I don't think a tether's necessary at this time, Judge.
Yeah, I agree with you. Unless there's been something in the past couple of years to indicate that she has continued drinking and driving, I'm not going to give her a tether. $20,000 personal bond, pretrial February 19th in front of Judge Jones. Have a seat. Have a seat in the first row. Wait for your paperwork, ma'am.
Thank you.
This on court or this on?
All right, DDC, you ready?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's get started.
All right. Let me get minister. Gonna stand on this black line right here. State your full name.
That's you.
Would you state your name, please?
Hey, minister.
Calling case number 25-055-358-01. The people of the state of Michigan versus Minister, is it Korea?
Carrier.
Okay, Carrier, Devontae, Minister. Appearances, please.
Thank you, Magistrate. Always a pleasure to see you. Steve Vincent for the people, P71917.
Your Honor, may it please the court, good afternoon to you. Philip Reagan on behalf of Mr. Minister, waive the formal reading, stand mute. He's been advised of his rights, Your Honor.
Okay, good afternoon to you both. The court will enter a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Minister. Bond recommendation, Mr. Vincent.
Magistrate, at this time, we're not going to be objecting to a personal bond.
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. Court will set bond in the amount of $5,000. Mr. Minister, while you're on bond, sir, you're not to possess or purchase any firearms or any other dangerous weapons. And you have 2 court dates. You have a probable cause conference that's scheduled for February the 14th at 8:30. That will be by Zoom before Judge Robbins. Then you have a right to a preliminary examination. That is scheduled for February the 21st at 8:30, and that will be before Judge Jefferson. That one will be in person. Sir, do you understand your bond conditions and your court date?
Well,
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Do we have anything further from Mr. Vincent or Mr. Reagan?
No,
Oh,
thank
Your
you.
Honor. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay, sir, Mr. Minister, we're all done and have a good day.
All right, next guy. Next guy. One time, we move on, fire, or black one, you can pull them.
They don't say their name yet.
My name is Lavelle Parks.
State your full name, sir, for the record.
Lavelle Parks.
Parks.
It's you. Okay. Okay, calling case number 25-0557-4401. The people of the state of Michigan versus DeVale Doctori, that's Docktorri, last name Parks. Appearances, please.
Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people.
Philip Reagan on behalf of Mr. Parks, waive the reading, stand mute. He's been advised of his rights, Your Honor.
Okay, good afternoon. The court will enter a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Parks.
People have no objection
Ms.
to a
Coyle,
five,
as relates to bond.
So,
the people have no objection to a $5,000 personal bond, Your Honor.
no objection, Judge.
Okay, hearing no objections, the court will set bond in the amount of $5,000, personal. Mr. Parks, during the pendency of this case, you may not possess or purchase a firearm or any other dangerous weapon. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes.
Okay, you have 2 court dates. You have a probable cause conference that's scheduled for February the 14th at 8:30. That will be by Zoom before Judge Robbins. Then you have a right to a preliminary examination that is scheduled for February the 21st at 8:30, and that will be in person before Judge Jefferson. Do you understand your bond conditions and your court dates? Okay, anything further from either the prosecution or defense?
Anything further? Thank you.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, all right, Mr. Parks, you may step aside, sir. Have a good day.
Next person. Want to stand on that black person?
Jefferson?
Okay,
We
state, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Mr. Reagan. Sir, would you state your full name, sir?
Michael Jemison.
Okay. Mr. Jemison, sir, you have some tickets, and because you failed to appear, there was a bench warrant that was issued.
Tickets?
Yes, some tickets. Okay, I'll get to the charges in a moment. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed at public expense. Ticket number, or the court will set aside the capias. Ticket number P1457028. You are charged with consuming alcohol in public. And ticket number P1019717. You are charged with disorderly conduct. It looks like this is set for a review. Says to plea already. Okay. So we'll have to clarify the status of that particular ticket. But the court is going to set a personal bond on those matters. And you have a pretrial that's scheduled for March the 7th at 8:30, and that will be by Zoom before Judge Williams. Okay. Now you have some other matters. In your moment. Calling case number 2505574501. People of the state of Michigan versus Michael Jemison. Appearances, please.
Jennifer Douglas for the people, P72748.
Bill Reagan on behalf of Mr. Jemison, waive the reading stand mute. He's been advised of his rights, Judge.
Okay, the court will enter a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Jemison as it relates to bond. And good afternoon, Ms. Douglas, as it relates to bond.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Your Honor, on Mr. Jemison, the people would not object to a $25,000 personal bond. We are asking for teller with a curfew, given the allegations. We believe that teller with a curfew that allows Mr. Jemison to go to work, conduct any sort of errands he needs to do, would also help prevent any possible future delivery or manufacture of narcotics, which he's accused of doing. And so, Your Honor, no objection to $25,000 personal, but we are asking for a tether with a curfew.
I would ask the court respectfully to consider just a personal bond, Judge. I don't think a tether is necessary. I think tether is kind of used to monitor a person's comings and goings. He could. I'm not going to say that, but I don't think a tether is necessary in this particular case, Your Honor.
Ms. Douglas, you show prior convictions?
I believe he has some prior drug convictions, Your Honor. Nothing assaultive, but the request for the tether with curfew is based on him allegedly selling the drugs at a bus stop. And so, given that this is allegedly happening at a bus stop, we do think that a tether would help protect the public.
And I'm sorry, Judge, my whole thing froze. I missed what Ms. Douglas said. You said it again, Ms. Douglas? I'm sorry.
I said there's nothing assaultive in his history, and that I'm asking for the tether because he allegedly was selling drugs to the public at a bus stop.
Your response, Mr. Reagan?
Oh yeah, Judge. Just, no contact with any narcotics. He could come, and people can come to. I mean, and how he could. I don't want to say he could sell out his house, but I mean, I'm just saying I don't think a tether in this case is necessary. I just think no contact with drugs at all as a condition of bond, Judge. That's just my position.
Okay. Court is going to set bond in the amount of $25,000 personal. Court is not going to impose a tether. These are non-assaultive offenses, and looks like I see some old convictions, but 93, 2000, 03. But you will have a condition, Mr. Jemison, for you're not to use any illegal controlled substances. So that means no drugs, sir, no selling, no using drugs. You understand that, sir?
Yes.
Okay. And you have 2 court dates. You have a probable cause conference that's scheduled for February the 20th at 8:30. And you also have a right to preliminary examination that is scheduled for February the 27th. Now, the court date on the 27th will be in person. And the court date on the 20th, that will be by Zoom. Both of those matters are scheduled before Judge Taylor. Do you have any questions about the court date or your bond condition?
That's gonna be at 36th District Court.
That's right, be at 36th District Court.
What's the
Okay.
one? What's my money?
It's $25.
Okay, it's $25,000 personal. You don't have to post any money.
Oh,
Okay, well, I guess we're done with that when he left, so.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you both. Gotta write it down here.
Okay.
Emilio Jacobs. What was that?
Oh, Emilio.
Yeah.
Okay, you go back to they doing the tour.
Oh, yeah. Oh, girl, sorry, I'm just gonna have to see. It's always supposed to be next, but I'm just using. Okay, yeah, that's, I don't wanna lose your book. I heard good notes up in there.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, come on, Emilio. Jacobs.
Hey, Judge, what camera you got up over there? Is it 3 or 4?
It's neither.
Oh, you got, is it a tablet?
What are you talking about,
What
Mr.
are we
Reagan?
using? What are we using at the DDC? What are we using? We're not using the
We're
camera.
not using it. I don't know what camera they got, but it's
I was
not
gonna
one.
say it sounds so clear. It sounds.
Yeah,
clear.
no, it's via Zoom and it's clear. So we
Right.
got we're good. What's your name, sir?
Emilio Jacobs, Your Honor.
Oh, I see Jones. Hold on. I got Jones and. Okay, I got them both. Okay. All right, Mr. Jacobs, this is case number 250-557-4901. Precinct Michigan versus Emilio Jacobs. Appearances, please.
Lisa Coyle, appearing on behalf of the people.
Philip Reagan, on behalf of Mr. Jacobs, Judge Wade, the former reading stand mute, he's been advised of his rights.
All right, court will enter not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Jacobs. Bond recommendation from the people.
Your Honor, no objection to a 10,000 personal. He has no criminal history.
No objection, Judge.
$10,000 personal bond, Mr. Jacobs. Probable cause February 21st. Criminal examination February 27th. Both in front of Judge Taylor. Step aside, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Could you repeat those dates, please?
February 21st, February 27th.
Thank you.
Go ahead. What's that your full name?
Dr. Nick Sean Callaway.
Callaway. What's your first name?
Roderick.
Roderick.
Yes.
All right, this is case number 250-557-4701. People say Michigan versus Roderick Callaway. Appearances, please.
Jennifer Douglas for the people, P72748.
Philip Reagan, on behalf of Mr. Callaway, Your Honor, waive the reading stand mute. He's been advised of his rights.
Court will enter not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Callaway. Bond recommendation from the people.
Your Honor, the people wouldn't object to a 50,000 personal bond. Mr. Callaway looks like he just got off parole for home invasion first on September 14th of 24. Before that, he has a prior for GBH. We do have some concerns for the safety of the public, given the amount of drugs that were recovered and that there was ammo found on the table, allegedly, and that here there's supposed to be a maintaining of a drug house. We'd ask for 50,000 personal, but tether with a curfew for protection of the public.
Judge, I would.
Reagan, just address the issue of tether, please.
Judge, I don't think the tether is necessary. Just kind of for the reasons I stated before, it's non-assaultive, and I think that a tether is used. I think more so, Judge, to keep individuals away from each other, or maybe even some monitors sometime where a person goes, comes and goes. I just don't think in this situation a tether would be necessary.
I agree with you, Mr. Reagan. While his case is pending, sir, $50,000 personal bond. No drugs, you're not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. Probable cause, February 18th, preliminary examination. Boom, preliminary examination, February 25th. In front of Judge Giles. Step aside, sir.
All right, next person.
Name?
Alan Eugene Jones, Jr.
Are you Alan Jones Jr.?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I got it. All right, this is case number 250-557. Thank you, though. 5001. People of the City of Michigan versus Alan Eugene Jones. Appearances, please.
Thank you, Magistrate. Steve Vincent for the people.
We'll break it on behalf of Mr. Jones, Your Honor, waive the formal reading stamp mute. He's been advised of his rights.
Okay, one moment. Are we ready on?
Yes, we ready on both.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, the court will not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Jones. Bond recommendation from the people.
No objection to personal at this time.
Mr. Reagan?
I'm sorry, Judge. For the record, on behalf of Alan Jones, waive the reading stamp mute. He's been advised of his rights.
Wow.
Sir, take off your hat, please. $5,000 personal bond. While his case is pending, sir, you're not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. Probable cause, February 14th, in front of Judge Kevin Robbins. Preliminary examination, February 21st, in front of Judge Giles. Step aside, please.
Thank you.
Next person. Let's pull it in.
Donovan Coleman.
Coleman,
Yes,
good
sir.
afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing great.
You comment?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, this is case number 250-557-4801. People City, Michigan versus Donovan Coleman. Appearances, please.
Jennifer Douglas for the people, P72748.
For the record, on behalf of Mr. Coleman, waive the reading stamp mute. He's been advised of his rights, Your Honor.
Court will not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Coleman. Bond recommendation from the people.
Your Honor, no objection to 5,000 personal.
No objection, Judge.
$5,000 personal bond, Mr. Coleman. While his case is pending, you're not to possess nor use any illegal drugs. Probable cause, February 18th. That can't be right. Hold on. Madam Clerk, what's the correct date for the exam? And $214, $220. Okay. Okay. All right. Mr. Coleman, probable cause February 14th, preliminary examination February 20th, both in front of Judge Jefferson. Step aside, please.
Next person.
What's your name, sir?
Seth Latham.
Chief Latham?
Seth Latham.
Seth Latham. Mr. Latham, you have
Yes,
some
sir.
traffic matters which you failed to appear in court for, sir. As a result of your failure to appear, warrants for your arrest were issued. The court's going to set aside the arrest warrants for your personal bond in each of these misdemeanor matters. It carries a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail and/or a $500 fine. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed on your behalf. The ticket, sir, is P1384691. No insurance misdemeanor. Driver's license is never required. Pre-trial for this ticket will be March 7th, 9 a.m. in front of Judge Sean Perkins. Now to your main matter. Calling case number 250-443-9801. People said Michigan versus Seth Latham. Appearances, please.
Thank you, Magistrate. Steve Vincent for the people.
For the record, on behalf of Mr. Latham, waive the reading stamp mute. He's been advised of his rights.
Court will on not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Latham. Bond recommendation from the people.
10,000 cash assurity, tether house arrest. This defendant just pled less than 2 months ago to a domestic violence regarding the same complaining witness. He's awaiting sentencing. That got pushed back to February 20th. And while he's awaiting sentencing, we have the defendant violating this individual, same individual again. So respectfully, there was a no contact order in the previous matter. He's violated that. He's violated the idea of leaving somebody alone by allegedly assaulting them, all while on bond. We find him to be a clear and present danger to this complaining witness, and respectfully asking for that cash with home confinement.
Okay, just one question, Mr. Vincent. I assume he was on personal bond on the case you're referring to?
I believe so. Yep.
Okay. Do you know offhand if he was on tether on that, or do you know?
Tether was requested in between the plea and sentencing. I don't believe it was given.
Okay. Mr. Reagan?
I'm sorry, Judge. I was kind of looking at this complaint. I was just noticing how it was signed back in January when the actual alleged event didn't even happen until February 5th.
Well, that's incorrect, obviously. That's a typo.
Complaint.
Yeah, so,
Well, Judge, I would just point out, Judge, I think the domestic violence part got dismissed. He was represented by Mr. Cripps. I think he's on Haida now. That case is over in Frank Murphy. So that's the only case I know about, the Haida case.
He hasn't even been sentenced yet.
Well, I have.
I mean, come on, we got to get accurate when we talk about this kind of stuff.
Mr. Vincent, hold on. Let Mr. Reagan finish.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have him being on probation, Judge, or Haida on that matter. I've been wrong before, Judge. Yeah, it is obviously.
Don't I know? But go ahead.
Obviously, it's the same complaining witness. But it's on Haida. My client works at McDonald's. Judge doesn't have any kids. They don't live together. He and the complainant do not live together. So what I'm asking, Judge, is a personal bond, no contact for Mr. Latham with the complaining witness. She's an ex, so there's no reason for any contact, Judge. He's taking GED classes currently as well, Judge. So that's a good thing. So, but this is a misdemeanor DV, Judge. So I'm asking for no contact and a personal bond.
Okay. Court have heard argument as to bond. What the court finds particularly troublesome is that while he's awaiting sentence on a related matter with the same parties, that he violates, arguably, allegedly, violates the terms and conditions of no contact. And so, in light of that fact, that he cannot follow those court orders, allegedly, we're going to need a little bit more restrictive means of protecting the complaining witness. And so I do find him a danger to the complaining witness for the reasons stated by Mr. Vincent. I'm going to adopt the recommendation of other people. $20,000 cash surety, GPS tether, house arrest. If he's able to post bond.
You said 20,000 or 10,000, Judge?
$20,000 cash surety.
Magistrate,
Yes.
if you are going to be adopting my recommendation, respectfully, it was 10,000 cash or surety.
Okay, I heard to 20. Okay, thank you for the $10,000 personal bond. I stand corrected. See, Mr. Reagan, I make mistakes too.
Wait. No, 10,000 cash or surety, correct?
Yeah, that's what I said. 10,000 cash surety.
Okay. Oh, my mistake.
If I said personal, I misspoke.
Okay.
Also, you're not to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. I assume this is an unaffordable bond.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. No contact with the complaining witness, no contact at the Littlefield address. Bond redetermination will be Monday, February 10th, 9 a.m. in front of Chief Judge McConico. Pretrial, February 19th in front of Judge Garrett. Is there anything else either counsel wants to put on the record?
No, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Nothing further.
All right, thank you for setting me straight or correcting me on this. Step aside, Mr. Latham.
Your Honor, could you please, give me the dates for Callaway again, please, and his bond?
What are the dates? What are the, help me, people? Callaway. $50,000 personal bond, the dates?
February 18th, probable cause, February 20th.
February 25th, exactly.
February 18th, February 25th for Callaway, $50,000 personal bond.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What's your name, sir?
Michael Taylor.
All right, Mr. Taylor, you have some traffic matters which you failed to appear in court for. As a result of your failure to appear, warrants for your arrest were issued. The court's going to set aside these arrest warrants. Your personal bond in each of these misdemeanor matters that carries a maximum penalty of up to 93 days in jail and or a $500 fine. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have a right to an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed on your behalf. The tickets are P1244313. Driver's license number required. Ticket P1298469. Open alcohol in motor vehicle. Ticket P1172759. Driver's license suspended. No insurance misdemeanor. Driving registered motor vehicle. Ticket P1298465. Excuse me. Driving license suspended. No insurance misdemeanor. Ticket P1300713. No insurance misdemeanor. Driver license suspended. And finally, ticket P1432947, driver license suspended. In each of these misdemeanor matters, sir, are you in a personal bond or dollar amount? Pretrial will be March 13th in front of Judge Ramsey Heath. Now to your main matter. It's case number 250-443-9501. Houston, Michigan versus Michael Anthony Taylor. Appearances, please.
Jennifer Douglas for the people, P72748.
For the record, on behalf of Mr. Taylor, Your Honor, waive the reading stamp, he's been advised of his rights.
Whether not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Taylor. Bond recommendation from the people.
Your Honor, no objection to 15,000 personal. We would just ask for no contact with this complaining witness in the location. My understanding is that they don't have kids in common. I know the report says they do, but my understanding is they're not in a relationship. They don't have kids in common. I believe that they are just roommates. So we're just asking for no contact, no objection to 15,000 personal.
No objection, Judge.
15?
Yes, Your Honor.
15,000 on a personal bond. While this case is pending, sir, you're not possessing handguns, firearms, other dangerous weapons, no contact with the complaining witness. Is Nesbit cannot go back to the manor address where this incident allegedly occurred. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Pre-trial, February 19th in front of Judge Jones. Step aside, please.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. Is Mr. McGuinn ready?
Yes.
Reagan, have you spoken to Mr. McGuinn?
Hold on one second, Judge. I'm checking it out right.
Okay.
Yep, Judge, we did.
Okay, Mr. Gwynn, step up, please. Mr. Gwynn is inside the courtroom. This is Attorney General case. This is case number, state your name for the record, sir.
Johnson Wynn.
This is case number 250-442-9501. Houston, Michigan versus Johnson Gwynn. Mr. Reagan, appearance, please.
For the record, on behalf of Mr. Gwynn, Your Honor, waive the reading stamp. He's been advised of his rights.
Well, not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Gwynn. This is a one-year misdemeanor gambling, disassociated persons trespassing. I assume you're requesting a personal bond?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Gwynn, I'm going to give you a $5,000 personal bond. You're supposed to stay away from any casino. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
But particularly the MGM casino. Pre-trial, February 19th in front of Judge Jones. Have a seat in the front row. Wait for your paperwork.
Judge.
All right, who's the next walk-in that's ready? Livingston. How you pronounce your first name?
Victoria Livingston.
Mintoya.
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is case number 250-442-4201, People City, Michigan versus Victoria Livingston. This is also an Attorney General case. Mr. Reagan, appearance, please.
All right, on behalf of Ms. Livingston, waive the reading stand mute. She's been advised of her rights, Judge.
All right, court winner, not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Livingston. I assume you're requesting a personal bond, Mr. Reagan?
That's right.
What and why?
Judge, this is a gambling trespass case from November 16th of 2024, allegedly. The warrant was not signed, Your Honor, until January 23rd of 2025. This is a non-assaultive case, Your Honor. My client walked into the court, surrendered herself. I don't believe she is a flight risk. Again, this is non-assaultive. She lives in the Metro Detroit area, Judge, so she has ties to the community. She's a high school graduate. She lived in the state of Michigan her entire life. So I would respectfully request the court give her a personal bond in this case with no contact with the casinos.
Okay. Ms. Livingston, $5,000 personal bond, no contact with any of the casinos, particularly the MGM Grand. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Pre-trial, February 20th, in front of Judge Bryant. I have a seat in the front row. Wait for your paperwork, please.
Thank you.
McCree, sir. Step up, McCree. EDC, how we doing? I haven't heard from you in 2 minutes. Okay. Mr. McCree, state your full name for the record.
Mark McCree.
All right. This is case number 250-443-6401. Houston, Michigan versus Mark McCree. Appearances, please.
Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people.
Philip Wright on behalf of Mr. McCree, waive the reading stand mute. It's been advised of his rights, Judge.
Order not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. McCree. Bond recommendation from the people.
Your Honor, although his breath was a 13-14, I do see that this was back from October of 23. It wasn't signed till over a year and a half later. No objection to a $20,000 personal bond. I don't see anything that's occurred since.
No objection, Your Honor.
Sorry, what was the amount, Mrs. Coyle? You said
20,000.
Okay, $20,000 personal bond, sir. While this case is pending, you're not to drink any alcohol. No driving unless you have a valid driver's license. Is that clear? Pre-trial, February 20th, in front of Judge Bryant. Have a seat in the courtroom. Wait for your paperwork.
Thank you.
DDC, where are you? Are we through with the men? We're going to female side? Somebody talk to me.
Yeah, 3 females.
Okay, they still got to log on. Like sometime in the next few minutes. Okay, officer, what did they get? What was the bond I gave for Michael Taylor?
Michael Taylor, 15,000 personal.
Okay. All right. Hello, DDC. Yes, please. They don't pay attention to me. Mr. Reagan?
Yes, sir.
Who's, I'm told that they'll finish up interviews for the female. There are only 3 females.
That's correct, Sean. You're not
Are
wrong
they
about
finished?
that. Nope.
I've only been wrong once today.
Okay. I see that.
So where are we on the interviews?
I don't know. Let me go check.
Let me see. Also, it's on retail products, they gotta keep it.
Hello, Mr. Reagan.
Small claim things. I can't do it for them here, so. I think I'm gonna do the whiskey and Creole.
Mr. Reagan.
What is this one?
Look, I ain't punching people.
What's your name, ma'am?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
Michelle Sears.
I'm sorry. Can you speak up a little louder so the record can catch it, ma'am? Speak up clearly.
Michelle Sears.
Thank you. Case number 250-557-4101. Please admission versus Michelle Siggers. Appearances, please. Yes.
Jennifer Douglas for the people, P72748.
Sir? Okay, Ms. Seegers, this is case number 250-557-4101. Pearson Miskin versus Michelle Seegers. Appearances, please.
Jennifer Douglas for the people, P72748.
Reagan on behalf of Ms. Seeger.
I'm sorry, Mr. Reagan?
Look, Reagan, didn't I waive the reading stand mute already? I'm sorry. I apologize.
No, I can't say what I thought I saw, but no, you didn't. Ms. Seegers, my recommendation from the people. All right, Corey.
People are asking for a bond of 5,000 cash or surety. And while Ms. Sears does not have any criminal history, we do have some concerns for safety of the complaining witness. Here we have the allegation that Ms. Sears told the police the complaining witness was going from car to car making threats, but at this point, the complaining witness was outside. Your Honor, Ms. Sears allegedly told the police she didn't know what the complaining witness was getting, and so she threw a wine glass at her. Your Honor, we would note that officers did say that they saw pieces of glass embedded in the complaining witness's face, which would indicate that Ms. Sayers threw that glass so hard that it shattered and embedded shards of glass into the complaining witness's face, which does seem to be out of proportion to somebody being outside of your home going from car to car. So, Your Honor, we do have concerns for safety here. That's why we're asking for the bond of 5,000 cash or surety. The complaining witness did have to go to the hospital to get treated. But given that there's no history, the people are not asking for a higher amount.
Mr. Reagan?
Judge, my client's 31, no priors. This allegedly happened at my client's house. Judge, complaining witness was drunk and irate. She's saying it was 100%
All right, hold on,
self.
DDC, can you keep the background noise to a minimum while we're on the record, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Reagan.
Again, my client says it's 100% self-defense. Complaining was drunk and irate, hurt my client's house. My client called the police. My client, so I'm asking for personal bond. Has no priors. She's a full-time student, college student. Has 2 kids. Judge, lives in the city. I'm asking for personal bond with no contact, Judge.
Okay, I'm attending the client and agree with it occurred at her house, and there is, right or wrong, I'm not passing judgment at this point. There seems to be an element of provocation here. So $5,000 on a personal bond, no alcohol, no contact with the complaining witness, Janisha Mickey. Probable cause February 20th, preliminary examination February 27th. It doesn't look like she has any felony criminal history. So I think this is the least restrictive means. Just have no contact. Like I said, this occurred at her house. It was an element of provocation. Step aside, ma'am.
Come on.
Yes, step aside, ma'am, please. You don't want to really say anything.
Yeah, come on. Not understanding that word was. Just go have a seat right there. Come on, ma'am. Sit down. Yeah, just have a seat. This is not sure. Yeah.
Hi, what is your name, ma'am?
Stephanie Redmond.
All right, Ms. Redmond, this is case number 250-443-9401. People say Michigan versus Stephanie Redmond. Appearances, please.
Lisa Coyle appearing on behalf of the people.
Taking on behalf of the
All right, the court will enter a not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. Redmond. Bond recommendation from the people.
Your Honor, Ms. Redmond does not have a criminal history. The people would ask for 20,000 personal bond, no contact with Mr. Redmond or the resident.
I've just asked that she have a one-time escort be allowed to get some items from the residents with no protection.
Okay, 20,000 on a personal bond, Ms. Redmond. While this case is pending, you're not in possession of any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons, no contact with Mr. David Redmond. You cannot go back to the Chatham address. You may have a one-time police escort to get your personal belongings. Pre-trial, February 19th, in front of Judge Garrett. Step aside, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Last but not least should be Ms. Lightfoot.
Miss Lightfoot got released yesterday.
She got released yesterday, so she's not here?
No, sir.
Obviously? Okay, well, have a good weekend, have a good day, have a good life, have a good evening, all that other good stuff. I'll see everybody tomorrow.
Wait, did you say have a good life?
He heard something.
Have a good life. After the past couple of days, I need it.
We'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Bye. Have a good weekend,
tomorrow.
everybody. Thank you. Thank you, DDC. Bye, everybody.
Bye.